Hey everyone, welcome. It's Libby from Meister Tarot, and just want to acknowledge the traditional owners, the Worimi First Nations people of this land that this video has been filmed on. Okay, I can't help myself. I had a video. I recorded a video this morning that I was all going to release, and then I thought, no, I need to do a follow-up on what has happened in regards to the raiding of Mar-a-Lago now that more information is coming out. Information that I said yesterday that the FBI knew exactly what they were looking for. I believe I may have said documents. I can't remember, that was yesterday. But that's come out that, yes, that's exactly what they were looking for. They were looking, well, it is believed that they were looking for the documents that Trump removed from the White House. Splitting the deck, I've got the investigators coming forward very rapidly, moving forward very rapidly. I've always said that with Merrick Garland, he's putting together this 10,000-piece jigsaw puzzle with no image of what the finished product looks like, but we would never know what the DOJ were up to until the Dawn raid occurred, and there was the raid. So I'm still buzzing about it, but what I want to have a look at was what were they looking for, and did they find it? We do know the story, and the story is now coming out with photographs, etc., of from aides of the time of Trump flushing documents down toilets. Apparently clogged the plumbing on Air Force One twice with his habit of flushing. I don't know what happened, how many times at the White House, but there were reports of the plumbers were almost on speed dial at the White House. Just unbelievable. But I want to have a look at did the FBI find out what they were after, and what was it that they were after? So first of all, and then I'm going to have another look at on a different direction that we've been following, you and I have been following for a long time, Brett Kavanaugh, with the investigation that's been brought about by Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, who's leading the probe. The FBI now admits that in regards to the investigation into Kavanaugh's appointment to the SCOTUS, their investigation was fraudulent, that they did not investigate the 4,500 tips that were sent to them. They referred those tips to the White House and were basically told to do nothing. So, but first of all, we'll have a look. Did the FBI find what they were looking for in regards to at Mar-a-Lago? Did the FBI, I mean, they broke into his safe and everything. Did the FBI find what they were looking for at Mar-a-Lago? It's a raid that would have had to have been signed off by Merrick Garland. So for anyone that says he's doing nothing, no, sorry, never seen that. I've always seen him, his team, not just him, his whole team working diligently behind the scenes. And I have always said we would never find out what they were up to until it happened. He's not one to put it out there. Okay, did the FBI find what they were looking for at Mar-a-Lago? Let's have a look. I'm at the dining table, so yes. So the angle's not quite so good at the dining table, but yes, they found it. They uncovered the murky, seedy, foul, toxic sludge. They found it. Ooh, okay. It's something in regards to collusion, potentially treason, but this is my dark money card. Here's Justice, Lady Justice. Oh, And it is about sabotage, betrayal, abuse of power. Abuse of power. He is reaping what he sowed. It is now being under review. I drew these cards. I drew actually most of these cards yesterday as well from this same pack, but you've seen me shuffle. There is this rapid, harsh truth coming out, and it is going to lead to a more calm, collected respect within the US. But she's also got something still she has to in her cup. So calmly, respectfully, she is presenting something in her cup. And this is how the DOJ works for the voter. For the voter. So I'm really, he is under some pretty serious investigation in regards to this web of illusion and delusion that he spun, and it is going to come to fruition. Base of the pack, karma's biting him on the bum. It's the wheel of fortune. Is turning in regards to the authorities, or the authority he has. He's going to lose what little authority he still has. As all this comes to light. So I want to have a look to see what it is, because we've got this is the collusion, the treason, the dark money, the working together in sort of under the cloak of darkness card, and we have this abuse of power and corruption card as well. I'm loving this, the truth, the harsh truth, riding forward extremely quickly. But we've got this female investigator. I don't know, is it a female prosecutor? Is it a female-led department of the DOJ that's done this, a team that is investigating him in regards to this? But this is the documents. These are the classified documents that he took from the White House. This is what it's showing. And I'm pretty sure that they found them. Okay. Pretty sure that they found at least enough of what they were looking for to make a difference. Okay. What was in those documents? Sorry. I'm still whoop about it. I had just my usual doctor's checkup appointment, as one does, and we were having a chat, and I shared the raid with her yesterday, and she was so excited. And so many readers have read on this yesterday, and we were all getting such similar cards that were basically telling the same story over and over and over again. So yeah, it's the beginning. Well, it's not even the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of the end. So we've gone through this whole story, but this is the real beginning of the end. Okay, what was in those documents that the FBI, that Trump took from the White House, that the FBI were interested in? What was in those documents that Trump wanted to conceal? What was in those documents that Trump wanted to conceal? What was in those documents that Trump wanted to conceal? They weren't after finances. That's what's going on in New York at the moment. I've always seen that it's the finances that will actually take him to desperation, because he'll lose most of his, if not all of his assets. And the family will lose most of the Trump Organization assets, so they'll be on their own as well. But they weren't after anything to do with fraud cases or overseas banking or anything like that. It was something quite different. It was okay, so what were they, whether it was selling of secrets, for someone who doesn't like to keep a paper trail so that he can't get caught, he seems to be leaving a very wide highway what was in those documents that Trump took from the White House. So we've got this moral corruption in regards to money, and the truth is going to come out. A harsh truth is going to come forward very quickly in regards to it. So moral corruption, I mean, what's moral corruption? Selling state secrets, holding back money from Ukraine to benefit Russia, or to try and get information on Joe Biden, funding, promising to pull troops out of Afghanistan. I mean, what comprises of what moral corruption would you like? Take a number. Okay, what was in those documents that Trump was hiding at Mar-a-Lago? What was in those documents that Trump was hiding at Mar-a-Lago? Now, just as a pointer, in the US, I'm not sure if it's the Constitution or some legal code document, if someone has been found guilty of destroying official documents, which anything that he removed from the White House was, or flushed down the toilet, or whatever he did, or ate, or shredded, or whatever he did, they can be convicted and are not allowed to hold any form of government office. So, I mean, I've never seen him running for president, but let's see. Okay, he is reaping what he financially sowed, and he is not happy with what is coming out of it. Actually, and he's being challenged by this strength. I mean, they don't raid unless they know what they're after and they know it's there and it would have been signed off. Now, is this foolishness or is this a new start? I think this is a new beginning for the US, where hope and faith and trust can be rebuilt in the institutions. In the past, it is this message about money coming in. It's always about money with Trump. But it had to do with Homeland Security. Whatever it was, Homeland Security. Immediate future. Disappointment with what's on offer. Not surprised. Externally. Well, this is... What can one say? This is what Trump is all about. This abuse, toxicity, greed, addiction, desperation, manipulate, you name it, all the yucks, externally, internally. He's battling internally. He knows he's done. He knows he's done and dusted. It's not telling me what the documents are there. Okay. Hopes and fears, we'll get our wish fulfillment. Outcome, surprised the Russia card hasn't turned up, but the outcome, the final outcome is renewing the hope in all that is good in the democratic system. I'm not talking about the Democratic Party, I'm talking about the democracy system, rebalancing, getting respite, restoring all that is good, setting out on a new path of the truth where the truth becomes important. Can also be a whistleblower because it's right next to this dark money card, this collusion, this corruption. But we've got this calming, this emotionally calming figure. So I think what's happening is it is a restoration to all that is good as information is brought forward in regards to this literally treasonous acts that apparently this Homeland Security has been finding out, these documents, and there is this return to just sanity, for want of a better word, calm, sensible sanity, where conspiracy theories don't get a leg, where logic reigns and it's all diplomatic. And there is base of the pack, there's still this bombshell. Something is going to be exposed that is completely unexpected, brought forward. This is a plan coming to fruition that will lead to real, authentic, dramatic change in the government's systems. I think what it's basically telling us is this is the catalyst for there will never be somebody in a position of power like that again. It is real change coming forward. Trump is extremely anxious, walking away. Can mean intergenerational money. This is my card for Trump org. But the truth is going to come out that's going to be absolutely devastating for him. Absolutely devastating for him. He's going to try and he knows he's done and dusted. He knows the game is up. He's going to try and walk away. He may try and slink back to Trump org, but the truth is going to come forward, and we have this betrayal, heartbreak, dissolution, blah da 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 da. I mean, I've always said in this deck that figure at the bottom to me looks like Trump cowering below those swords of truth, and we end with the Tower card. So aside from that Homeland card, it's not really telling me. We may never ever find out what was in those documents, but it is going to lead to his downfall. Yippee! Looking forward to that. Okay, still going on the base. There is going to be some messaging coming forward, not huge information, but we will get enough to let us know what we need to know. But there will be full illumination on this. Now, I'm not saying full transparency, full illumination of inevitable ending relating to his giving and receiving of monies, of bribe monies, of holding back monies. Remember, he held back money from Ukraine when they were desperately begging for it. I can't even remember what it was, to fund, but to reduce their dependence on Russia or something like that. It was quite a while back now. But he was using money to manipulate for his own gain. But it is also about money that he's received that is going to leave him pretty disappointed. Do you prefer the Tower card? Okay. So that was a follow-up on that. I want to have a look at Brett Kavanaugh because the FBI have now come out and admitted that they did not investigate Blind Freddie could have seen that. Did not investigate the 4,500 tips that they received in regards to dubious Brett Kavanaugh dealings. So Senator Sheldon Whitehouse is leading the probe into this. Those tips were referred to the White House and very quickly shut down. The FBI said they investigated a couple of them, but the White House just threw obstacles in their path to make it not happen. So I want to have a look at I'll do a full Celtic cross just to see what happens next, and then I might do a full Celtic on Brett Kavanaugh himself. I read on him prior to Christmas last year, so prior to Christmas 2021, what's that, 9 months ago, 10 months ago, and saw him gone within 18 months. So that leaves us sort of by the summer next year, by the US summer, by the Northern Hemisphere summer next year, that he'll be gone. I think once the Dems get proper control of the House and the Senate, they will make moves on this. That's what I've always seen. But the fact that this is happening at the moment tells me that the DOJ is looking into this and the FBI is looking into this right now. So tell me, what is the next move for the FBI in regards to Brett Kavanaugh? What is the next move for the FBI in regards to Brett Kavanaugh? The next move for the FBI in regards to Brett Kavanaugh. Come on, cards. What is the next move for the FBI in regards to Brett Kavanaugh? Right, thank you. Man, sometimes he takes a bit long. Sorry to have you watching me shuffle there. King of Coins. Well, this was my Trump card when Trump was lauding it that he was this wealthy whomever he was. Crossed by the Page of Cups. Okay. So signifier is the King of Coins. It was all about money, and we know that. It was all about him getting paid by wealthy individuals. We know that. Challenged by the Page of Cups, who has something in his cup that will be brought forward that is unexpected. A message that is brought forward that's unexpected. The FBI have actually been wounded quite significantly by this. I mean, I know they were under the manipulation of the Trump administration, but they are finding themselves wounded in battle and having to retreat and repair themselves. In the past, this is about the investigations, what ship to bring in, waiting for a plan to come to a fruition or a plan coming to fruition, but waiting for the ship to come in. Which one was it going to be? Crowning the reading, there's a lot of information coming out now. A lot of information. And I do like this. The immediate future, actions and consequences. This is what is going to happen with the FBI. Actions and consequences, but also bringing justice to the fore. Justice is got a blindfold on. She is weighing up the scales. She is not interested in being any deception in front of her eyes. She is only interested in the truth as she holds the sword of truth. And she's under this radiant, illuminative sun. Internally for the FBI, yes, they mercenaried themselves and they know it. Sorry, externally. They are being seen as mercenary themselves and they know it. Internally, they are packing up the truth into the boat and they are moving forward. They are making steps internally to make this right. Hopes and fears. The illusion and delusion card. This was in the same reading that I had for Trump, I think, wasn't it? But yeah, illusion and delusion. No, that was the 9. Sorry, I think it must have been yesterday's reading. But this is about, they have a choice that they have to make. And they have to sweep away this delusional facade that they have shrouding them at the moment. It is about, okay, They realise it was an abuse of power. They're not happy with the outcome and the result, but it is time for this wheel of fortune. They are going to have to defend themselves against these accusations. So they know there is this power abuse that's gone on, not happy. The wheel has turned on them and they're now having to defend themselves. They're now having to defend their authority. They have to explain themselves to the voter, and it is an ending for many of them in the FBI. As whistleblowers come forth, this moral corruption is exposed, the message gets out there, and we will lead to victory via the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords in regards to the lies and deceit. Interesting. So they've been caught out and they know they've been caught out, and at the moment they're pretty much licking their wounds and realising that they have a lot of ground that they have to make up. Okay, I want to have a look at Brett Kavanaugh himself. So it wasn't particularly groundbreaking on the FBI, but it is. They have been exposed as being, I'm not saying all, because there will be good operatives, hopefully the majority, but there are some in particular positions that have mercenaried themselves for money or for fame or glory or payment of some sort, to make these dubious decisions. Okay, Brett Kavanaugh. Now that the FBI admits that it did not investigate Brett Kavanaugh, because that's what they're supposed to do for every new SCOTUS. I don't even know if they did it for the other two that Trump put in. One early on, his name I can never remember. It's an Italian-sounding name, and for Comey Barrett. Yay. Welcome to menopause with brain fog. Oh, I'm so excited. It means I can't remember words that I have used all my life. It means I can't remember names when they're nailed into my head. But tell me, what does the fate hold for Brett Kavanaugh now that the FBI have admitted they did not investigate? What disappointment with the outcome. A lot of not happy, chappy, not happy. Full illumination. Bring it on. What will happen to Brett Kavanaugh? What is the fate of Brett Kavanaugh now that the FBI admits it did not investigate? What is the fate of Brett Kavanaugh? The video I did this morning, which was on some topics, just trying to think what the topics were. It was all of this morning that I did earlier this morning. Kansas, will the other states follow? Trump regarding his illegal hanging of the presidential seal. It all seems so petty now. The states that didn't go to the public vote, such as Idaho, that are now being challenged by the DOJ, will they lose? Will Idaho lose? That sort of thing. So I'll put that up tomorrow. So if it seems out of context, I do apologise. What do the fates hold for Brett Kavanaugh now that the FBI lies and utter downfall, complete and utter downfall. His lies are going to be exposed. which will lead to, and here we have oligarchs. They can be American oligarchs or foreign oligarchs or whatever, oligarchical money that is threatening homeland security, threatening domestic I told you, fog brain, you know what I mean. Domestic, basically security, threatening domestic security, and there is going to be a whistleblower in regards to that. But I'll just do one more shuffle and then we'll do a really quick just to get the whole story. But I do like those cards. Tell me, what does fate hold in store for Brett Kavanaugh now that the FBI have admitted that they didn't investigate? Will they investigate? Just one card. Will they investigate? I was trying to shuffle and the card would not leave my hand. Knight of Wands, bringing forward a message, a powerful message that we need to hear. A courageous message. I mean, you've got to be courageous to take on someone who's a sitting member of the SCOTUS. But tell me, so I'll take that as a yes. It's a knight, it is a yes card. Tell me. It's about moving forward. Tell me, what do the fates hold in store for Brett Kavanaugh now that the FBI have admitted they didn't investigate? Okay, popped out and it's telling me time. He is going to reap what he has financially sown. He's going to reap what he's sown. He's not going to be happy with the result of that. Crossed by, I wonder who this is. Challenged by. This is a independent female of wealthy means, but she's also trapped in her gilded cage. So, and I did put it, when I actually read on Brett Kavanaugh, there are a few of you that popped up and put forward names of who may have paid, and one of them was a wealthy heiress. Was it a shopping mall heiress or something like that, that may have paid out his debts? So this is what is challenging him, is this wealthy, independent woman who is also, as I said, trapped because she cannot move beyond this gilded cage that she has found herself in, and her only company is talking to the birds. She has full abundance. She has everything she could possibly want, but she is not satisfied in life. Base of the pack, here's this Knight of Wands. I shuffled and shuffled and shuffled. Sorry, not base of the pack, base of the reading. There is this, we're going to hear something. We're going to hear something that is brought forward by someone who is just really courageous in regards to it. In the past, judgment. I think they're already investigating him. This is about a call to action, a call to arms. Can mean unity of diversity, but it's really, it's a collective awakening. Sorry, not unity of diversity, it's the world card. This is the collective awakening, the call to arms. And I think what's happened is the FBI, after all the other things that have gone on, are being woken up, and they are investigating it. They already are. Entertainment purposes only. Crowning the reading. Queen of Cups. So this is a restoration of calm and trust. But she has, look at her looking at that cup. She has something in that cup that she is determined she is going to expose and she's going to lift the lid on it. Some decks don't have a lid on the Queen of Cups cup, but she is determinedly, calmly, rationally going to expose. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm drawn to when I looked at that card. Look under the chair at this terrified looking little boy. Who does that remind you of? Yep. Old beer lover himself. She's going to lift this bombshell. She's going to expose it. Yeah, his wheel is turning. His karma is catching up with him. Externally, we are all ready for this new beginning of faith and hope and trust. Internally, for Kavanaugh. Russia. So I'm wondering if he knows. I'm sure he knows. So who is this woman with this Russian link? Okay, hopes and fears. The mercenary. Mercenary is a fear because he knows that's what he is. He has been purely put on the court, not for his expertise, not for his knowledge, not for his unbiased following of the constitutional rights. He has been put on there as a paid mercenary. However, second meaning, which is the hope, it is slow, diligent, loyal, steadfast, working hard, moving forward. So this is a double-edged night, depending on whether it's a hope or a fear for you. In regards to the hope, it's about the DOJ, the FBI, diligently working on this. My Biden administration, celebration, obstacles. It's not going to be easy. Now, this is one of those double-sided cards as well. Not double-sided, but double on-trade cards. In that it can also mean, if you have a look at it, is the couple here, but you've got in the background, the wedding guests are walking away. So while this couple here, who are being hemmed in by these messages, reports that are coming forward, everybody else is abandoning them. So, okay, thank you, Master. He's just told me, yes, that version, that meaning. So the Biden administration, the FBI under the Biden administration, or whomever, this might be Sheldon Whitehouse, the Biden administration are finding out all this messaging that's coming forward, and they are surrounding, and I'm wondering who this is, whether it's the female. I mean, you've got Kavanaugh, but the female, is it Amy Coney Barrett, or is it Kavanaugh's wife? But then we have this partisanship obstacle flinging. What's in it for me? This is the petty infighting that you see going on with the GOP determined to block Democrats for no reason whatsoever, when they're trying to put through bills, for example, for Veterans Affairs, health of the populace, to give everybody who needs it a stimulus check. This is the GOP blocking it purely to spite. So this is about partisan, spiteful obstacle throwing. But we return to this temperance energy, this moderation, this rebalancing. I do like that. There's a lot of skill being deployed in regards to this. There is information that is being withheld and played close to the chest. I've said it time and again. We are not going to know what the DOJ or FBI, because the FBI answers to the DOJ, we're not going to know what they're up to until there is the dawn raid and Brett's left out in his boxer shorts in the middle of the street, so to speak. We're not going to know. They're playing it close to their chest, but love it. Followed by celebration. Love it. Okay. That went a bit longer than they always go longer than I thought. But yeah, I don't have the complete and utter downfall in that particular, because I was more concentrating on what the FBI are going to do. But the cards that were on the base that flung out at me earlier, yeah, bye-bye, Brett. Okay. Thank you for joining me. Oh, it felt so cathartic to have a little bit of a follow-up there. Got any questions, please put them down below, and I apologise if tomorrow's reading seems a little bit bland after all that, but yeah, take care. Love to you all. Bye bye.